right now.
Of course.
Freddy Krueger finally got to Elm Street.
Not doing a countdown or nothing.
Yaha! We're here. We're not going anywhere.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into Tiger Talks.
I didn't get a chance to fix my hair.
No, you didn't, Eddie. But we are live indeed here alongside Eddie in the leader of the Pound Z-Dog with that nice clean shirt. His shirt from moi for having the best record through WrestleMania.
Yep. Only John could wear both shirts at the same time.
I know, right?
Have Cody on one side, have Liv on the other side.
Never know.
Yeah.
Or you could do what Dirty Diamonds did and have Liv on top of him.
I think somebody's jealous.
I am.
A little bit.
I am that much. That much.
All right, guys. Of course, we're here late night tonight because of the show being over there in Scotland. Quite the raucous crowd they had for the kickoff show earlier today and for SmackDown, which I caught 3/4 of, probably about. Seen what happened otherwise. Interesting show, that's for sure. Baron Corbin, as usual, is over with the UK crowds, with any other crowds, really outside the US. But speaking of people being over there in Scotland, Cody Rhodes got quite the chant for himself there in Scotland tonight during SmackDown. The Cody Rhodes. They couldn't hear a damn word AJ Styles was saying in that promo.
Not that they wanted to.
I don't think they wanted to either. But, I mean, his points got across eventually, whether it was from him or from Cody. But speaking of which, we're going to start off our prediction show talking about said match. I could easily see this match kicking off Clash at the Castle tomorrow afternoon for us. As the World Heavyweight title match more than likely will be closing out with who's in the match. So we've got, of course, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, getting his rematch for the WWE Championship, the undisputed WWE Championship, whatever you want to call it, against Cody Rhodes. But not just any normal match. This one's I Quit. That's part where one of you two takes over.
Okay, I love Ace. I love the soccer mom. I think he's doing good with his new hairstyle. But I gotta go with Cody. I mean, they want him to continue this journey until Cody's over. You don't want to take a title off somebody that's over. I know it's a big thing, so I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes for the win.
Well, WWE already spoiled this match because the previews for next Sunday in Kalamazoo. But besides that, this is how I would book this I Quit match. It's an I Quit match, so anything can really happen. And we know, based on reports, that Mama Rhodes in Scotland. So, what if the OC? What if the OC bring Mama Rhodes into the ring and set her up for a concerto? And right when it's about to happen and Cody Rhodes is about to say those two words, you have AJ saying, say it. Then it goes to black. And all you hear is, Say his name, and he appears. We get Joe Hendry, the Pop, to start the show off. Let's do it. And Cody Rhodes retains.
You really think Joe Hendry is going to show up in Scotland when he's in Chicago, Illinois right now?
Yeah, just a quick fight.
It could happen, but I highly doubt that. I could see your point of bringing in Mama Rhodes potentially in there. But I'm going to make it 3 for 3 here. I definitely got Cody Rhodes retaining. I don't see him dropping the title this early in his reign. I feel like he's going to be champion for the majority of the year, not the entire rest of this year, probably the rest of the year, unless injury happens. Hopefully not, but you never know. It'll be really, it's hard to see either one of these two guys saying "I quit," though. AJ Styles has been in, I believe I've seen 3 previous "I quit" matches and won all 3 of them. Not sure. I didn't really see if Cody's ever been in one or not, but just the fact of one of these two guys potentially saying "I quit" just seems mind-boggling, really. And yes, all 3 of AJ's previous "I quit" matches were in TNA, by the way.
I'm ironic.
Well,
Speaking of, it was.
You could always say that AJ Styles could pull a Mick Foley and say, "I quit, I quit, I quit" on Cody with Cody's voice. I mean, it can happen.
Mm-hmm. You're right, it could, because Cody said it so many times. And like we said, just don't see Cody Rhodes dropping the title quite yet, though. I would love to see AJ as champion, but I don't think that's happening. All right. Let's move on to the triple threat match for the women's tag team titles. We, of course, got SmackDown's champions, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, defending against the Unholy Union, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, Scotland's own, and the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark.
I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. There's so many Scottish superstars on the card. And I feel like this is the match to best put one over. And I think they'll do just that. But with it being a triple threat, they can put Isla Dawn Alba Fire over, but still keep the title on Bianca and Jade when Shayna takes the pinfall. So Bianca and Jade retain.
Okay. I'm just gonna go with Jade and Bianca. Yeah, I don't care. So yeah, let's just go with Jade and Bianca to retain the titles over whoever the hell they pin.
I'm just watching this match so I can see Isla Dawn.
Yeah, all right, okay. John wins that point like I do. We just want to see that sexy fire woman, do what she wants.
Yeah. So, I personally think this would be the perfect way to have Jade and Bianca drop the tag team titles because they don't have to be pinned or submitted in the match. So I can easily see Shayna and Zoe or Alba and Isla winning. But again, it's still kind of early on in the tag team title reign. I just don't feel like Bianca and Jade are going to be dropping those titles quite yet. Again, like I said with Cody, Bianca and Jade have been really good as a tag team, and I feel like they're still in the infancy of their team and still in the infancy of this title reign. And they want to I think they're going to really bring those tag titles to bigger heights than what we've seen in a long time. And with that said, I'm going with Bianca and Jade as well to retain. I would prefer for it be this type of a match for them to lose the titles to keep them strong, but I just don't think that's going to happen. Whoop, another way. All right. That brings us to the Intercontinental Championship match. You got Chad Gable going up against the champion, Sami Zayn.
Oh, I got a booking on this one.
Mm.
So hear me out. As the match is going on, Maxine leaves ringside. A little bit later, Tozawa leaves ringside. Right when Gable's trying to get Otis to do the right thing here and help him win, the Creed brothers come out of nowhere, take out Otis and Sammy. Gable's your new Intercontinental Champion. And we finally get Team Angle 2.0.
Holy
Interesting.
shit. Damn. I think we both had the same idea. I got to go with Chad Gable. I think, no offense to Sami Zayn, his reign as the Intercontinental Champion has been flat. His only good one was against when he won the title from Gunther. Other than that, he's been stuck. So I do want to see the Creed brothers come out and start the new Alpha Academy, or like John say, the new Team
Team
Angle,
Gable.
Team Gable, Team Angle. I think it's time to put a singles title on Chad Gable.
Okay. Well, this is going to be the first time, maybe not the last today. I'm going to disagree with both of you. I think it's going to play out. I mean, Alpha Academy is going to be out there with Gable, and it'll get to the point where Gable will try to get Otis to help him win the title, and I feel like that's when Otis is finally going to turn on Gable, and Sami Zayn will end up picking up the win that way, and then we'll get the Creed brothers and Ivy potentially joining Gable probably on Raw Monday night and taking out the other members of the Alpha Academy, or after the match, one or the other. But I think Sami retains here. Gable will win the title at the next Money in the Bank in Toronto. That's my prediction.
I like
do
that
kind of
idea.
agree with you.
I like that
Go
idea
ahead.
too, but I will take the title off of Sami Zayn now and put him into the Money in the Bank match in Toronto.
I think it'd be the title match of Money in the Bank is going to be Gable versus Otis for the title.
That could be interesting. I think you hold off on that till SummerSlam, though. That'd be a pretty big match for SummerSlam.
Otis versus Gable, a big match.
I mean, with the way Otis is over, yes. And the way the crowd hates Gable, that is one of the hottest stories, really, right now on Monday Night Raw. So, yeah, I would say it would be a hot match for SummerSlam.
Yeah, until that timer hits 0.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Which is coming closer and closer.
Yes.
Can't wait to be saved.
So you did say it ended up being Tatum Paxley in that match, huh?
Yep. And Paxley just
That's
lost.
Anyway, back. Of course you did. We'll get into that a little bit more after we get done with these predictions. But the next match, the other hometown girl, Piper Niven, goes up against, well, the adopted girl of Scotland, it seemed like, and most any place overseas. Bailey for the women's championship. This one should be an interesting match. I'm gonna start with that because Piper hasn't really gotten. I believe Michael Cole said in the kickoff show today that it's been 2 years since Piper Niven's had a one-on-one match for a championship. So that is huge.
Shit, was that against
Can't believe. Yeah, against Becky back when she was Becky 2 belts.
Yeah.
2022. Yeah, that is surprising. But yeah, this big homecoming for Piper, but the crowd seemed behind both ladies really in the kickoff show.
This is what I gotta say about this. Mostly when they put a hometown person, especially in a women's title match, there's really no point. They don't build it up or nothing. But here, you had Piper take out Bailey. You had her get some momentum and actually get this little bit of a build on the match. And it's perfect because, yes, Bailey's the face and Piper's the heel. But in Scotland, it's totally swamped for the most part, except they're still asking Bailey if they'll be her girl. Let's get that out the way real quick because,
Yeah.
we all know what's happening. I mean, that is the Bailey chant.
They were chanting in the kickoff show.
And the coolest thing that not only is she getting a title match for the first time in like 2 years for a singles title, but it's in front of people that never thought she'd make it. So even though that she's gonna lose, she's still gonna show them that she finally made it, and she's going to do it in front of her family and friends. With that being said, Bailey retains, so it's going to be one hell of a match.
Yeah, I agree. 2 years without a world title match for a women's title is insane. You got to go with Bailey, and here's my point. I think Piper, her WWE main roster run has been mostly in tag teams with somebody. Let her breathe.
True.
Let her breathe. She's with Chelsea Green. Okay, great. Then when she first came up, she got put in with Eva Marie that should have never been back on Raw. But Vince liked her, so
right.
That's that bull. The bitch couldn't wrestle, but she still looked hot doing it. But
yeah.
You got to break up Chelsea and Piper and let Piper do it by herself. She's a beast. She can do it. She's a former NXT UK champion, I think, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did it by herself. She didn't have anybody help her. I just don't understand why a top woman like her needs to be in a tag team with Mrs. Zack Ryder.
Woo, woo, woo. You know it.
Woo.
Yeah, I mean, no
Radio, tell me everything you know.
no offense, Chelsea Green is Edge's bitch.
Chelsea Green is the Ariana Grace of WWE.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yes,
yeah. I gotta go. I gotta go with Bailey to retain the title.
Yeah, I'll make that 3 for 3. Bailey's not losing the title here. Like John said, it's going to be a really good match between these two. Piper's going to show up and show out in front of her fans and family there in her hometown, in her home state, home country, whatever you want to call it. But when it's all said and done, there's going to be probably a rose plant. 1, 2, 3. Bailey retains, taking that title through to WrestleMania or to SummerSlam rather. That's where I think Bailey will end up dropping the women's championship. But we'll get into that at a later time.
Well, speaking of this match, I did read something, and it was on Wrestle Talk's prediction thing, and it was letting the people comment their own predictions. And one had a really good prediction. It probably won't happen, but I think it needs to be brought up. What if during the match, because we're expecting the Wyatt Six on Monday. What if one of them makes a special appearance during this match when you have a Scottish woman about to become champion? What if Nikki Cross interferes? Another Scottish.
Wow, that would be interesting.
I mean, I like that
And then that
idea.
would
It's possible,
and
I
then that
guess.
would kick off
You can
Wyatt
have it.
Six to start Monday Night Right off the bat saying, why did Nikki do it?
Yeah.
I mean, I like that idea, but I
And
don't
then they'd have
think
to move. They'd have to be in the show.
I don't think WWE wants to ruin a surprise with the Wyatt Six up front. I mean, I know it'll be a big pop, but knowing creative, I don't think they want to ruin that. They're in Texas. They need anything to make them feel happy. So I don't
Yeah.
see that, but I do like that idea.
Right. All right. Well, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, definitely see, as we all said, Bailey retaining. It'd be interesting if you see Nikki Cross get involved. I mean, like you said, she is another Scottish girl too. So, and Nikki and Piper do have a past.
Wasn't that back when she was Nicolette Glenncross?
Probably. I'm sure. I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think they've
remember stuff
have they
like
really
that.
caught. Surprising. Mike Cole even mentioned that Piper Niven used to be called Viper back in when she used to wrestle in Scotland too. So
Love the name.
You need to go back to it.
right, but you can't do that. The Viper, Randy Orton. So all
Make
right,
it a mixed
that brings us to
tag
the main
team.
event. Huh?
Make it a mixed tag team.
Yeah, they could, I guess. Anyway, brings us to our main event of the evening. If there ends up being a kickoff show match added last minute or whatever, we'll talk about that later. But I kind of doubt it. You never know, though. Here we are, the main event. Scotland's own Drew McIntyre versus El Campeon, New York native, or our New Yorker there. Mr. World Heavyweight Champion, the former Senior Money in the Bank, Damian Priest, for the World Heavyweight Championship.
All right, I'm going to go because it's my boy. He just had a great time at the Puerto Rican Day Parade last Sunday in New York, and he represented us really well as our world heavyweight champion. And don't get me wrong, I think Drew McIntyre is one of the greatest Scottish people other than Roddy Piper. And he wasn't even Scottish, you know. But
True.
Damian Priest will win due to one person to set up their match for SummerSlam. CM Punk will interfere in this match and cost Drew McIntyre the shot at the World Heavyweight title and all that, because for some reason, I think we can see Priest keep the title until SummerSlam and then drop it to the rightful champion, Gunther.
Okay, so let me first say that I agree Damian Priest is retaining. Now, the same person that commented that other thing on Wrestle Talk gave a great scenario for this match. So, do we really trust this whole Judgment Day Bard? What if Judgment Day decides to say, fuck it, tries to come out and they're taken out by another group from the Scottish Irish area? What if Gallus stops the Judgment Day from getting involved? And then, right when Drew is about to hit that Claymore, out comes the man, the myth, the legend, the punky one, CM himself, to cost Drew the match. But it's not going to be because of the numbers. It's going to be the numbers don't matter because Gallus evens it and takes out the Judgment Day. So it's still that one-on-one. But then, of course, Punk does his shit and costs Drew McIntyre the title to set up their match at SummerSlam. Priest retains.
Okay, I see it a little different. I like your scenario, but Gallus has nothing to do with anything of this match appearing. I know it's their home country. It's either Braun Strowman, who is feuding with this group in the Judgment Day, and banger after banger after banger, Sheamus.
Sir, if we're
After
going to
banger.
talk about the jar of mayonnaise, we need to say it properly. Burger after
The
burger
burger
after
at the
burger.
burger. I got you. Hold the pickles.
Yeah, he keeps looking like he's in better shape every week, though. So. He's getting
You'd be
back in
banging
shape.
them burgers.
I mean, I like your scenario, but I see more of a Braun Strowman, Sheamus, because they had that big Sheamus and Drew had that talk on Monday night, and Braun Strowman is one big son of a bitch, and he wants to
It sure says though.
he wants to eat the Judgment Day. you
No, he doesn't
know,
want to eat the Judgment Day. He wants to devour JD McDonough.
McDumma.
yeah. I mean, I see that most happening. Yes, Punk will get involved somehow. But to stop the Judgment Day, I see Sheamus or, Braun Strowman.
That'd be interesting to see. But I'm going to disagree with both of you. Again, yes, CM Punk's going to get involved, but I've seen a different scenario that I personally like and kind of hope does happen. Because I want to see Drew get his chance, his moment in the sun that he's never really gotten in front of the crowd. CM Punk comes in and tries to cost Drew McIntyre the championship. However, the plan backfires on CM Punk, and Drew manages to win the World Heavyweight Championship and leave through the crowd a la CM Punk back in Chicago. Back in 2011, I do believe. And you got your new World Heavyweight Champion. Now, what that means towards SummerSlam? Good question. because we know the Ring General is supposed to be getting his World Heavyweight Championship match at SummerSlam in a month and a half. Will he still get that after the way the end of the King of the Ring tournament went down? More than likely, yes, because they haven't really talked about it much since then. But I think Punk and Drew might end up waiting past SummerSlam because there was a report out today that they're looking to bring back an old premium live event called Bad Blood in October because it will mark the anniversary of the very first Hell in a Cell. What better way to end the rivalry between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre than to have them two go at it inside Hell in a Cell?
Holy shit, that's right, man. Okay, and that'd be nice. That'd be maybe we might see Kane again.
Maybe.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like that, but you don't have to have the title for that match.
No, I'm not saying he'll still be world champion come Hell in a Cell match.
Oh, okay, I got you. Instead of fighting at SummerSlam, they'll just have that
Yeah,
match
they'll
in
wait
October,
till Bad
and there
Blood.
won't be a title to be worried about. Okay, gotcha.
Right. I still think Gunther's probably going to walk out of SummerSlam no matter who he faces as world heavyweight champion. So
I'm calling it Mania. Gunther versus Braun Breaker.
Oh, that would be a. Oh,
When does the Netflix thing start?
January.
is it the
Okay, so
20?
you have Breaker win the Rumble, and then you have him beat Gunther at Mania and lead us into the new Netflix era the proper way, like they want.
I can see it. The people on Netflix really like Braun Breaker and how he's been portrayed so far. So
Goldberg 2.0.
Oh, that's so great.
yeah, no. Do not compare Braun Breaker to Goldberg. Braun Breaker has more athleticism and more speed than Goldberg had in his pinky. So
And John, he knows math.
much better wrestler too.
Steiner math
Yes,
don't count.
He knows Steiner math.
sure it does.
Mm-hmm. He knows it's going to take 85.77% to win that match against whoever he faced, but it's 95.6%. He'll get it on the first try.
The old Big Papa Pump.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I'm in a good mood right now.
What?
My Yankees just beat the Red
That's
Sox
good.
8-1.
Nice. I want to talk about the Tigers because last I knew they're getting beat 4-0.
Well, but
Oh, they
speaking
didn't
of
have a time for
Detroit
that match.
sports, the Lions got a field goal kicker now.
Oh, do we? Joe Hendry lost to Frankie Kazarian. Shame.
Oh, good. See, match is over. You can go right to the airport, get on a plane. We'll see you in Scotland tomorrow.
We'll see.
I'm just
ABC
saying,
at
if he
Baby.
debuted, if he is on the show at all, you're getting a big fat "I told you so."
Well, you can do that, but I don't think we're going to see Joe Hendry until Tuesday night in WWE.
Oh, you mean when he wins the battle royal and then takes on Trick for the title?
Who said anything about him winning the battle royal? But in the card
Well,
before
as
that
long
works
as
now.
Moose,
You can
doesn't
see
show up, he
this
should win it.
Tuesday.
Yeah, Matt Hardy claimed he could show up there, so
And even
technically
Jeff.
you could see both
Wow.
parties.
No pun intended, but that'd be a
Because
sweet twist of fate.
right?
Because Jeff's contract is end with AEW.
Yeah, I seen during early on and Against All Odds, they showed a video package of Jeff coming to TNA. So
Matt Cardona wins the Battle Royal.
Oh God, no. Oh, he can't. He's injured.
Who?
It's Matt Cardona. No one cares. Hey, that's my
Oh,
Gatorade.
so I got the main event going on over against all odds. It looks like between Moose and Matt Hardy right now.
Hey, I would like some Gatorade. Put the bottle down. You're thirsty. Why don't you go look at pictures of Rhea Ripley?
Well,
I think somebody's sleeping.
It's just laughing.
I think somebody's sleeping on the couch.
right?
You better put your fireworks away,
I know.
Brony.
He's got full budget tonight.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, ran out.
Well, yeah, he's got that full budget to, prepare for Joe Hendry.
I believe.
Maybe I should just do one day. Tony said, "Hey, I'm not gonna make it. Just do a live show. Just do this for Independence Day." You want fireworks, bitch? Then happy Independence Day.
There's your fireworks. We got plenty of fireworks.
Well, it's almost
More than what
July,
they
so first of all, I would
Right.
like to thank I would like to thank Macy's for the great fireworks budget that they just gave me.
Right?
The fireworks are brought to you by Chelsea Green.
Yes.
No
So,
offense to Samantha Irvin. Can we please have Pat McAfee introduce Drew McIntyre from now on?
I
That
know,
was fun.
right?
And no bum ass Judgment Day
Judgment
member.
Day. Sid Fowler.
0% body fat. Can't forget to mention that part.
0% body fat on that 225-pound frame.
Yes. The big sky.
Warwick County, Dublin, Ireland. Finn Balor.
Brave County, Wicklow, Ireland, rather.
Oh, my bad. Just
Not
down the
Dublin.
road.
Wicklow.
Oh man, that's only. I'm surprised you don't have the tag team titles up on the line.
Yeah, they should. Well, I'm not surprised the Raw tag team titles, the World tag team titles aren't on the line because Miz and Truth haven't been in any rivalry, really.
No.
But
I'm still
maybe
waiting for them to take on the Connecticut Huskies. Never got to see it.
Yeah. Miz
I
and
mean,
Truth just need to drop. But still,
they did a really good job against the APA.
right?
Mhm.
With a little help from their friends.
I think the Creed brothers are going to be the ones to take the titles off them, though. Like, make that faction stronger. You have Gable with the IC, and then have the Creed brothers as tag team. Makes the
Yeah, I
most
can see
sense
that.
story-wise.
I would love to see Ivy Nile as the women's world champion, but that ain't gonna happen.
No. Liv ain't losing that title till Rhea comes back. We all know this.
I have her win the NXT titles because there's nobody else.
You mean there's
What do you
nobody
mean?
else?
Well,
There's
I'm
5
doing what Roxanne Perez says. There's nobody else. There's nobody else. I know there's a whole bunch of ladies there.
What are you talking about? You got two potentials. I mean, one more likely than the other, but you got two potentials that are currently injured that can come back and whoop that little Pop Rock's ass. Or Jade and Nikki Alliance.
If they don't release her.
Don't want to what? They better not, because if they release her, they need to release Odyssey Jones, since he's just a freaking paycheck that does nothing.
I'm still waiting.
You
I'm
got
still
a
waiting
point.
for Odyssey Jones to win the Intercontinental Championship.
I'm still
Right?
waiting for Odyssey Jones, to have a match on actual TV.
What the hell is he
Yeah,
doing?
he's been drafted Raw 2 years in a row and has yet to show up. He's been coming longer than Veer was.
I
He's
hope
supposed
they
to be
don't.
this next big thing, but then nothing happened.
I hope they don't do the same thing like with Blair Davenport now. Oh, she's coming. I'm like, oh god, here we go.
Hey,
He
she
was
was
the
on TV
MVP
tonight. On
music.
SmackDown tonight.
Was she actually there tonight?
Read in the news.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so who's ready for the Wyatt Six? I know I am.
Johnny's got his Powerade.
Yeah,
Or his Gatorade. I got Powerade, so I guess we're sponsored by Gatorade and Powerade tonight.
And this.
It's okay as long as you're
And Diet Coke.
full blue.
Right?
I mean,
I got grapes, so.
of course, I'm ready for the
Blue's good
Wyatt
too.
Six. I'm getting sick of, just randomly scribbling crap down on a paper and going crazy, getting stuff right because I'm awesome.
Oh,
Well, you kind of missed they did another. They did another one after you posted those two in our group chat tonight too.
It was the same one though, wasn't it?
No,
one was the countdown, and then one was the
That was the first one. There was a second one that happened towards the end of SmackDown, and it popped up. I don't know if I can find it again. I see it on Twitter on X.
I missed it then.
Somebody posted that it brought up a picture with somebody wrote on a piece of paper, June 17th, you'll see what we've become, or something along those lines.
I still want to be surprised if there's something fishy that goes on tomorrow night that you don't see what's happening, and then it all gets revealed on Monday.
Oh.
Maybe.
Well, Tony, I think me and you should congratulate John for this. That come June 18th, John's scripture of all these Wyatt Six things, he's going into the Tiger Talk Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Yes, they officially can.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
I mean, good Lord. I mean, who the fuck needs Leslie Nielsen when we got John?
Right? We don't need him, that's for sure.
No, but damn. I said to Trina Monday night when they showed that one doing the LWN. I'm like, where the fuck is John when you need him to do this shit? I got to go back and forth 3 times to get this motherfucker. I'm like, I'm not holding my phone up like this. Hey, excuse me. Hold on. I want to see what it is.
I know, right?
Well, do you want to know my secret?
Yeah, what is it?
My wife handles the remote. I just scan it.
Oh, nice.
Holy shit. They actually give me 3 days in a row off? Wow.
I just had that.
Probably not. Did you?
Is one of those days a truck day?
Yeah. They'll probably end up scheduling me. They just don't have me scheduled right now.
So
no, I had truck day off on Tuesday, so that was a truck day.
So do you think it's gonna be a QR code tomorrow night? Tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah, I think they'll probably have another QR code at some point during the show. If not a couple.
But here's the other thing. What do you think? You know they've been playing that weird ass music. Do you think that's the music that they're gonna play Monday night?
No,
No, they'll have something much better than that.
Well, I can't. And Wrestle Talk was talking about there's only 5 members. So what about Alyssa Bliss? And they showed a
she's not.
picture of her coloring her hair blonde.
She's not confirmed yet, but that's the speculation that she's the sixth.
Yeah.
We'll see. See if she's a part of it on Monday night or not.
There's some guy online saying, "Wow, I wonder how big her boobs are going to be." I'm like, "Why are you worried about that? She's coming back to wrestling." I said, "You
Yeah.
guys, I put you guys are weird. You're worried about how big her boobs are going to be when she comes back, and they're going to be perfect, yes, but she's coming back to wrestling because it's been difficult without her there. Because it'd be nice to see her and Nikki Cross doing something."
Right.
The first time they'd be doing something since they were what, tag team champions?
Yeah, and it'd be nice to see, and I think, and I can say this, I think it's nice to see Alexa go back to her Bray Wyatt spooky way because I actually love that the
Yeah,
way
me
she
too.
did that character.
So if Alexa ends up being a part of this faction as well, do you think Alexa and Nikki are the ones to eventually take the titles off of Jade and Bianca?
Most definitely.
I mean, I want to say yes, but with how you have to book that kind of match, I don't think it's going to be them. Because I feel like the only way Bianca and Jay lose the title is one turns on the other.
Right. Well, I could see the Wyatt Six or whatever you want to call them playing mind games of some sort and end up leading to Jade turning on Bianca or vice versa. So
And here's the other thing. Here, where I'm saying, what two would you match up for the World Tag Team Championships? Who would you match up? Eric Rowan going with Joe Joe Gacy, or him and Dexter Loomis?
Loomis and Gacy.
Oof.
yeah, I was gonna say I think I'd do Loomis and Gacy.
And then you have him go for the Intercontinental. Eric go for the
Have Rowan
Intercontinental.
go for the Intercontinental and Uncle Howdy go for the world title.
Oh, that'd be nice to see Bo Dallas actually win a major title.
It would be
I could
nice,
see.
but are they actually going to do it?
You never know.
So there was talk through live some internet buzz that Uncle Howdy will not be wearing his Uncle Howdy mask. That he'll be wearing Bray Wyatt's updated Fiend mask.
Hmm, that could be interesting. I, I don't think they would do that though, because I mean I know the updated mask had JoJo was part of the mask,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure how she would feel about that her face being on the back of Bo's head, pretty much.
Yeah.
But
You know who I always thought, and I know John's going to think this is weird. I would have loved to see if they would have went with Liv Morgan turning to Bray Wyatt and joining it, because at one point she was getting really dark, Liv Morgan, and all of a sudden, boom, they dropped it.
it's true, she was.
Yeah, because that was when she was like in love with Lana.
Yeah. Oh, that one should have kept going. I don't know why they dropped it, and
I still remember Bobby Lashley's reaction. I had never touched her before. Not talking about you. I'm talking about her.
Whoever think that Bobby Lashley's sisters, one would be a part of the Acclaim. Matt Casser was a part of that.
Yeah. Weird.
Oh shit! Matt Hardy lost.
You're surprised?
No, I thought he would actually win because I did watch his Hardy compound thing. It's
I watched
like,
it yesterday.
oh man, I was like, oh shit.
It was interesting, but I don't think it was as good as the old ones they did when Jeremy Borash was with them in TNA doing them.
Yeah.
TNA invasion angle. Braun Breaker versus Moose.
Oh, that would be incredible.
Yeah. I would love to see Jonathan Gresham go to WWE.
Hey, you never know. He could end up being in that Battle Royal on Tuesday. Me and his wife, Jordan Grace, was there, so.
I mean, I love, and I mean this for a fact, I love this crossover WWE and TNA. It's good. It's going to be great.
I mean, even AJ Styles on the kickoff show today was saying that he wouldn't mind making an appearance back in TNA at some point. So, during this whole interaction.
I mean, that was his first company. Technically, his first one was WCW towards the end, but
he was made famous in TNA.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we got some. I was watching something about TNA the other day about when they showed Lance Hoyt. I'm like, oh, look at, oh, and Lance Hoyt. I know who he is. And Lance Archer. Oh, God, he was so young then.
Right. Yeah, here he is now, and they don't use him hardly at all in AEW.
There's some lot of. I watched AEW this weekend. Some shitty ass. It wasn't good. The only part that I liked was the Rainmaker saying to Swerve, "You punk ass bitch." You know, that's
right.
It's getting stale.
I agree.
Getting stale. It's been
Dynamite
stale.
was okay, but yeah, it kind of has been.
I mean, half of the roster is made up with former WWE superstars.
Right. Well, we talked about it on Tuesday when we got together. The way they booked Swerve since they had him win the title has been atrocious. Having Christian Cage be his first opponent, and you knew it wasn't going to be one-on-one because you knew Kill Switch and Nick Wayne were going to get involved, and then go from that into all this other crap that he's going through. And of all people, you throw Will Ospreay as a second opponent just to try and push that rivalry quick into the fold for whatever reason, when Will Ospreay just won the international title too. Plus, he's also in this rivalry with the Elite at the same time and wants to be part of Team AEW against the Elite. Swerve does. So it's like, really? Because, yay, we get blood and guts in a couple weeks again between the Elite and AEW.
The only thing exciting about AEW now is Chris Jericho and the Learning Tree.
Oh, my God.
I mean,
don't get me started on that bullshit.
I mean, that guy, I don't know how he does it. And they're making Big Kaz, or they're making Big Kaz look like a baby in that damn thing. You know,
Making Big Cass look like Enzo, a little piece of shit that doesn't belong.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, ooh, you know who hasn't been used, but I don't know if he's still under contract. What happened if we see on Tuesday Absolute?
Ricky Starks.
Yeah,
I would love to
That's
see
been
that.
rumored for a while.
Yeah. I'm not sure when his contract's up though.
the one that I would love to see him go, and I would love to see, and I know he's been suspended because of a concussion. I think Sammy Guevara should leave it, should leave and go to
Oh,
WWE.
what are you talking
It's not a
about?
concussion. That's
What are you talking about? Sammy's covered. He's got the Walmart wrestling gig.
Yeah, I just I just sometimes I just think when he injured Jeff Hardy it was by accident. Like
yeah,
put,
that's why
put
he's out.
yeah, put him back on. You know, it's been 6 months. I mean, I
Right.
know he felt sorry
They put him
about
on.
it, but you're reaching and recycling stuff right now that is. I mean, no way Jack Perry should have faced Goldust.
I haven't
You
even seen
know,
that match, but I've heard I didn't miss anything not seeing it. So
No,
I heard it was trash.
what if Dolph Ziggler wins the Battle Royal? My bad. Nick Nemeth.
You think he'll actually come back to WWE as part of that though?
I think he would, and maybe we
Oh,
could.
Maybe.
screw the character. Just have him be Nicky and get the Spirit Squad back together. Bring
And
back
it'd be
Kenny and everybody.
and it'd be nice to see It'll be nice to see Dirty Dango make his return.
Yeah.
Man, too bad Shark Boy's still not active.
Him coming
Right.
out like Austin, that'd be funny as fuck. Oh, give me a
Jeez.
shell here. What? What?
Oh, who was his tag team partner for the longest time? Curry Man.
oh,
He's straight.
well, he can't
He's
do it
spicy.
because he's the interim executive vice president of AEW.
Right. Yep.
Ah,
CD was Curry Man.
Is Drake Maverick back to being Rockstar's Spud yet?
is he
Oh,
still?
I think he works in WWE just behind the scenes these days. As what I've last
You know who
seen on
works
anything.
behind the scenes of WWE? Who used to be a TNA legend for one night only. Ken, we have the monster Abyss
Abyss.
in this battle royal just for one match.
Right?
That'd be
Why not?
cool.
That
But
would be
we would have to have his lawyer, his cousin.
Sparks. Ah,
The dude
Joseph
won a
Parks.
fatal
That's right.
four-way for Bound to Glory. Oh my God.
I know he works back there. How about having this? Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
right through
interesting.
the abyss.
I know.
It'll be interesting to
Now
see
let's
who the
see
25 men are, anyways, in that battle royal.
how many are actually going to be from other locker rooms. The question.
Right. I would personally, when you think of the NXT roster, I kind of could see about half of them potentially being from another locker room. But if they want to be credible challengers, I guess they want to throw in there anyway.
And it could be more than just TNA. It could be like free agents too, almost like
Could
on a
be.
tryout.
But you might be right. Joe Hendry could potentially win and go on to face Trick Williams at Heatwave.
Right. And the other reason to my whole Joe Hendry thing to help Cody, Joe and Cody are like best friends.
Yeah. Cody got a lot of best friends.
He does.
I know, but how many best friends are Scottish?
True.
I mean,
Just the one.
London, Tokyo.
I would love to see his parody of Trick Williams' theme song if he does win. The Battle Royal goes on the Heat Wave in Toronto. I would love to see that because I've been watching some of his thing on Joe Henry on YouTube. He did one of with Scotty Too Hottie.
Scott Taylor.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
I mean, what if, hear me out, what if part of these other locker room is people that made it big in like TNA but are now not in TNA or WWE, or maybe they're backstage on one or the other? I don't know where he currently is, but I know he's loved in WWE. He's loved in the boys ECW, and he was one hell of a star in TNA. Could we see, not Bubba, but could we see Bully Ray?
Potentially.
I don't think Bully Ray's doing anything right now. I know I might only busted open radio, but I don't think
Right.
I don't think he's doing anything special.
Absolutely.
Long as that we don't see Top Dollar, we're happy.
Right.
We see Top Dog. Oh my God. Hopefully
Joe Hendry.
Joe Henry eliminates his bitch ass.
I would love
Right.
to. I know this is gonna sound weird. I would love to see Steve Macklin.
Yes.
But
We all want to see Moose.
was he a part of that group where what they were like soldiers? I forgot what their name. 3-man soldiers, but
Yeah. Just him and Jackson Riker, and I can't remember their name either. It was 3 military guys, anyways, that were together briefly in NXT.
The Forgotten Sons.
there you go.
The Forgotten Sons. Yeah.
I will
Wesley Blake, I
also
think, was the other member.
I would love to
Jackson
see
Riker? You mean Gunner from TNA?
yeah.
Yeah. He
You
went by
know who
Jackson
I
Riker in WWE, though.
You know who I would love to see, but I don't think he's with the company anymore. James Storm. I know he ain't made one appearance
Cowboy.
in NXT.
Yeah,
You
he
want
did.
to know who I want to see? And I know he's in the company because I remember his picture. He went through the roster. This dude is so underrated. Can we please have a great showing for Mr. Crazy Steve?
Yeah, him too. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Crazy
Right.
Steve would be an excellent choice. I would love to see Eddie Edwards. I don't wait. Did the Wolves actually come to TNA? I mean to
They come to
NXT.
NXT. They had a brief. I think they showed up once or twice. I think they were part of I want to say the original Dusty Cup, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was only a one-off, and then they.
Yeah. But they weren't known as the American Wolves. They were a different name, I know. But they didn't last very long in NXT, I know.
They need to bring back some like vintage teams from TNA, like Ink Incorporated.
Ink. Shannon Moore and oh shit, I drew a blank.
And I mean, if you have Abyss, do a
Is it Joe Goddard or
You gotta
something?
find out where the blueprint Matt Morgan is.
Oh God, no. I think he's a chef. I think he's a chef now. I think.
Maybe.
Or how about Hernandez and Homicide?
Oh, maybe Hernandez, Homicide, and NXT. Yeah, I think they might have to have the cops called.
I think Homicide still wrestles technically in NWA, but I won't swear to it.
Oh my God, he just wrestled tonight. What about Santana?
Well, I mean, he is
He's posted.
LAX, so it fit.
He's posted stuff about the crossovers on social media, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I will love. I don't know what he's doing. He's injured. What about Ortiz coming to NXT?
Yeah.
He's, too bad Eddie Kingston didn't sign with WWE because he said Vince was put it this way, he didn't like a cunt for an owner. It sounds
Yeah.
like something Eddie Kingston would say.
Right.
I mean, you got some guys that maybe deserve to go there. I would love to see Crazy Steve. That'd be a nice change of scenery. Yeah.
Why?
You think he would go back after two times and
I mean, for a one-off in the Battle Royal, yes.
I think he would even for more than that, because the reason the second run didn't last is because Vince got back in charge and he would not work for Vince.
yeah.
And now that
Oh,
Vince has no.
I know who Tony wants to see in this Battle Royal. Mr. Josh Alexander.
Yes. We talked about that.
I think it would be a great Well, we just gotta wait. I think this Tuesday's NXT is gonna be the highest because people really want to see if Joan Henry. Well, he did train with Natty and TJ, so
Right.
he's coming. And
No, John found somebody else.
Santino.
he can't.
Why can't he?
He had neck surgery. They told him he can't wrestle that much. He can't wrestle.
That's stupid.
He could always go in there and eliminate himself and not get physical.
That's true.
I mean, that'd be a wasted spot, really, out of the 25. But...
What about Callahan?
Sami Callihan would be nice to show up in NXT again. Under Sami Callihan instead of Solomon Crow.
Or PCO?
That'd be interesting.
Okay, I got the list of every ECW TNA wrestler who you think will go into this battle royal. Okay, you got the TNA champ, Moose. Yes or no?
I doubt it, honestly.
No, because they're not going to put their big name into it.
Okay, Mustafa Ali, who doesn't have a contract with TNA, but he's their X Division champion. I have no idea how that works.
Slim chance, because I don't think they're going to put like their champions in.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say
no to that.
I'm not gonna say AJ France because we don't want to see another top flobber.
But he's a champion,
Right.
so they're not going to do it.
Yeah. Well, we didn't expect Jordan Grace.
But that's different.
Yeah.
That was the title match.
What about Eddie Edwards and no? I'm not gonna say Brian Myers because I don't see him.
No.
Eddie
Ooh,
may be good.
I could see Kazarian.
Frankie, yeah, he's been in
Yeah.
WWE before.
What about Ace Austin? I have no idea who that is.
I do. He's a really good athlete. He's
Isn't
teammates with
he
Chris
one of
Bay.
the? Yeah, he's with Chris Bay in the tag
Yeah.
team.
Okay, yeah, okay, now I know. What about
I don't
Chris Bay?
think
What do you think about Chris Bay?
they both would be incredible in a battle royal situation, but there's only so many spots. I kind of doubt they'll be in it. I want to see those two go up against the NXT Tag Team Champs, though.
Okay, we all agree Crazy Steve should be in it because
Yes.
it'd be a different Frankie Kazarian. What about a guy that nobody ever saw in WWE?
Joe
Hammerstone.
Hendry has got to be in it. With how big the pop is and all the chanting, if Joe Hendry is not a part of that, I'll be very shocked.
What about
Right, I agree.
Hammerstone?
No.
I think he's too early on in his career, probably in TNA, to just throw him in there.
Jake
Battle Royal.
Jake something?
No.
Maybe, I doubt it.
Who the hell is Joe
Looks like
Doolor?
Sergeant Slaughter's bitch son.
Joe's Doolor? I don't even know who the hell that is. Joe Henry, yes, we all want him in there. That motherfucker better be in there. You know.
Right.
It'll be a freaking riot if he's not.
Jonathan Grisham, Kevin, the Laredo Kid. Sounds like a country.
Josh Alexander, I could see.
Mike
Yeah,
Bailey,
Rid
yeah.
of Kid, maybe. Speedball, Mike Bailey. He'd be
Yeah.
fun to watch.
Trent Seven, maybe he'll come back because he just got released because there was no more NXT UK.
Right. I could see Trent Seven being in there.
I could see a Tommy Dreamer.
Oh. No, I don't think he's even on the roster anymore.
He still works backstage for TNA.
Yeah.
And he's on TV.
Tommy Dreamer coming back, man, and the Sandman makes an appearance. I mean,
Dreamer and Sandman.
please don't say, oh my God, Ric Flair's going to come back to wrestle in the Battle Royal because he wants another title.
No.
Well, it's up to Shawn Michaels and whoever the hell runs TNA to make sure who they want, because it can't just be one person. It has to be like maybe 5 special appearance with somebody from NA, from TNA. Do you all agree that you think that it's going to be 20 from NA? Well, they're going to split it. 10, maybe 15 from NXT, then do a couple from Raw and SmackDown, and then the last 5 should be TNA wrestlers, or which way you think they would do it?
I personally feel like they should just do 15 NXT and then bring in 10 from Impact, from TNA.
Yeah, because I know they want some Raw guys in there and some SmackDown.
Yeah, we don't need
What if Odyssey Jones wins it?
Oh, God.
Oh, jeez.
Well, at least to get him on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he never gets his title shot.
Oh, Odyssey Jones had to pull out because of he ate too much at catering. I just don't get it. He got drafted to Raw twice and nothing for 2 years. How the hell do you even have him on the roster?
Right. It's got to become a running gag by now.
No, you just pulled an Odyssey Jones.
Yeah. Watch, next year they'll draft him again to Monday Night Raw and he still won't show up.
No. I really don't think he gives a crap. He still gets paid.
Right?
I know he's not injured.
Well. Yeah, who knows what's going on with Odyssey Jones. But anyways, NXT should be interesting. They have beaten Dynamite in ratings the last 2 weeks, by the way. Although people like to mention Dynamite has been going up against the NBA final or playoffs the last couple weeks, but still, I'm sure NXT has been too.
Speaking of that, Eddie's gonna like this. So Dallas won Game 4, so Boston did not get their championship yet.
Holy shit. 122 to 84.
Yeah, Doncic went off. Doncic and Kiri went off.
Okay, so can I speak this way because a Boston team lost? Dallas just whooped that trick.
Nice. We're talking about.
Now we just need Booker T going, yeah, man, I like it.
We were talking about tag team titles earlier. Didn't finish on that subject. Well, I didn't finish what I was going to say about it.
My back.
Yeah, I know. We went off course as usual. Go figure. When would we ever do that? I don't even remember.
But we love each other so much.
I know, right? But no, I'd mentioned how the World Tag Team Champions haven't been in a rivalry since they won the titles, pretty much, Miz and Truth. But Theory and Waller, as the WWE Tag Team Champions, of course, in the rivalry with DIY, and you can tell through the way things have been going the last couple of weeks, it's going to lead to Theory becoming the babyface and Waller kind of saying that he's credited for everything that's good that's happened for Theory, which honestly is the truth because Theory was going nowhere before those two became a tag team, really. DIY will eventually take those tag titles. I wouldn't be too surprised if they made that a match for tomorrow night's kickoff show, the countdown show, I should say. There is another tag team match they could potentially make, but I don't think they will. I think they'll leave that possibly for Money in the Bank, if not SmackDown. After what happened at the end of SmackDown tonight, I mean, you got the Bloodline, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton. That'll happen at some point. Maybe even another person brought in to be with Kevin and Randy to make it a 6-man tag. But who could that third person be?
Odyssey Jones. Oh, wait, wrong show.
Yeah, he's on Raw. Supposed to be.
Well, he's supposed to be on Raw. He could turn up on SmackDown.
I know, right?
LA Knight? Yeah.
Nah, he's busy with Logan.
Oh,
Busy swimming in that pool.
Yeah, but Logan already had a match. Oh, you didn't know that Logan Paul lost the United States Championship?
No.
Yeah, he lost it to Donald Trump on his podcast.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
he still had it at his house when LA Knight invaded it tonight on SmackDown.
I watched.
That was a fake replica.
Trump, I'm like,
of course it was.
Yeah.
And he wants to bring our current president onto Impulsive now too.
Yeah, they already showed the interview, and Trump is trying to talk Logan Paul into making the Trump Prime.
Crazy.
I won't drink that one.
It's gonna taste like sweat and cheeseburgers.
It'll taste like Stormy Daniels.
Wow. Tag team divisions really are deep on both shows, but they got to do something with them to make things worthwhile.
Who would they
Not
bring
good when
in
you have tag team champions.
Like you were saying, who would the Bloodline face with KO and Randy Orton?
Does Roman return and have the 6-man tag first at Money in the Bank before the singles match with Solo at SummerSlam? I don't think Randy and KO would trust him.
I don't see Roman coming back into the Rumble to be.
Oh, he's coming back before then. He's supposed to be at SummerSlam.
Well, I heard that they took him off the show before that he removed himself.
That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, I know. That's true. It would be nice to see that.
Not show up till SummerSlam.
Yeah. It'd be nice to see that one, but the bloodline's gonna get stronger because
Hikaleo.
Yeah. What name are they going by? I heard that they trademarked his middle name.
Tonga. Tonga.
Yeah, Tonga is what they're going to go with for him.
And I couldn't believe what I heard. Vince McMahon didn't want to sign him because he was 6'7". He only wants to sign guys that are 6'8".
Crazy. I mean, Vince never would sign Tama Tonga either, so.
Yeah. But other related to WWE and their partner TKO, did you see in the news who backed out of his UFC fight due to injury?
No, who?
Conor McGregor.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. You remember that guy that was yelling Conor McGregor's, I forgot what his name, Michael Chandler, whatever his name was?
I think so, yeah.
He was on Raw?
Yeah.
I would love to see, and I know this is a far crush. I would love if what's his name is done with UFC. I would love to see Conor McGregor in WWE.
I think a lot of people would.
You okay, Johnny?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it just sometimes, yeah. I mean, we're going to have a good pay-per-view. I just wish they had more matches. It's like, this is ridiculous.
Right. But I mean, Money in the Bank's only going to have probably about 5 as well, since you got the 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches.
Hopefully this one is better than NXT's, because that was fucking bukkake.
I thought the ladder match was actually the best match on the show.
Yeah, I mean, that was the only good one. I mean, the rest
were between that and Jordan.
I like the underground match.
Oh, I did too, because Lola Vice.
But anyway, speaking of Money in the Bank, though, that'd be the next time we'll be on here for a prediction show in 3 weeks. So if my schedule stays the way it is now, we don't have to worry about it being an early show because they're in Canada for Money in the Bank. So it'll be at 7 or 8 start time for us on that Saturday. We can either do the prediction show earlier on Friday, the day before, or we can do it early in the day on the day of, on Saturday, July 6th. I know I've got that weekend off, July 6th and 7th, because July 7th is NXT Heat Wave as well.
What time is that paper going to be in Toronto?
7 or 8.
Like I said, it should be either 7 or 8 start time.
Toronto's another time zone.
Why don't we just do it that Saturday?
Works for me. Do it like 5 o'clock or something like that day.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
I mean, the countdown to Money.
if we had to change it due to because we don't know the time yet, but if we have to change it, we could change it, but keep it on the same day. I mean, I'm fine with it.
Works for me.
Any early Money in the Bank predictions?
Yeah.
I'm seeing a bunch of people saying Jay for the men's. I'm not sold on Jey Uso winning the Money in the Bank, though.
I'm not either. But Jay's definitely the top 5 I'm hearing.
Right.
So who you got for the women's? Did they have a prediction?
Well, the
I
one I
think
hear the
Lyra
most
Valkyria would be.
the one I'm hearing for the most for the women's is Tiffany.
I did
Yeah,
see it
makes
on
sense.
Facebook. I did see it on that Facebook that somebody posted her with a pink Money in the Bank briefcase.
Oh, jeez. She would have one.
But with like the men, the number one I've been hearing, other than Jay, of course, is Finn Balor.
I would love to see Finn win the Money in the Bank. Get him away from Judgment Day, though.
Then the other girl that I'm seeing, besides Lyra and
Tiffany.
Tiffany, which is this one's a little more shocking, Dakota.
Really? Yeah, that would be
Seeing a lot
interesting
of
if Dakota
Dakota
won it.
Kai.
Oh, since you mentioned Dakota, excuse me, EO this past week mentioned something about damage control needing to change. What do you think that's going to lead into? Are we going to see new members
And by
brought in?
Dakota.
I don't know. I heard talks of Kairi Sane getting a push by herself.
Well, I figured Asuka was going to come back and just kill Dakota Kai.
I don't know.
I do feel like Kyrie Sane should get a push. I mean, or even my girl, Dakota, she needs to get a push. I mean, it's just been Asuka and Io.
Right.
Eddie, I hate to tell you this, but that ain't your girl. That's Shayna's girl.
Yeah, and I'm not messing with that. How?
Right.
I mean, she'll choke you out and not in the good way.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. You know who I would love in Damage Control? I know it's gonna sound weird. JC Jane.
That'd be interesting.
She has that way with her, and I know John's gonna look at me when I say this. What about Fallon Henley?
Fuck you.
I mean, to bring her, I think her time in NXT needs to be done and push her up to the main roster.
Well, I think we need to put someone that's already in the main roster in there. And that person could, be like the boss or the CEO or the. Why don't we just put Kiana James?
I love that
Oh,
idea too.
you say boss. I think of one person, and CEO, I think of one person, but yeah.
I was trying to think of what they call her.
I would be like, wait, Mercedes Monet is going back to WWE?
Right?
I mean,
Entrepreneur, whatever the hell they call her.
Kiana would be a good choice to have in there, though.
what about Tegan Knox?
Give her
If she
something.
is around.
Did she get drafted to SmackDown or to Raw, though?
I think she
Might have
got
been Raw. I
smacked. I
can't
think
remember.
she's on SmackDown.
Yeah, possibly. I know she hasn't been seen. She got drafted, so there's talks of her showing up in NXT, but
Oh
that
shit!
hasn't happened.
Her and Odyssey Joan are in catering.
Yeah. I mean, so were a couple tag teams on SmackDown until tonight. Finally got some TV time, even though they weren't in the ring. Cedric and Ashante and Pretty Deadly. Got shown
Oh
in the
shit, they're
crowd.
still around?
And Andrade got shown in the crowd too.
The new X Division champion.
The new Speed champion.
Yeah, that thing.
Man. They could've just-
Here, a mid Carter. We have nothing for you. Title. Enjoy.
Speaking of, what do you guys think of old Ricochet's send off?
It couldn't happen to a nicer person.
Fuck you, Braun Breaker. You piece of shit.
Yeah, that's how you really feel. Oh,
I think they went too far on it.
I thought they could have went further personally, but I guess he did get put through glass windshield. All right. Well, with those five matches we've got for tomorrow, anyways, it'll be interesting to see how things go. Unfortunately for me, I won't be watching live, but I'll watch it after I get out of work. I'm sure you guys
So,
will keep
question: are you up by one?
Yeah, what is the score?
What is what for?
What's the scoring right now? You're up by one.
Oh, let me check. I gotta grab the notebook. Yeah, I am up by one so far.
So basically, if Eddie and I get everything right, then we would be up by one over you.
Well, I mean, I picked two different from both of you, so yeah.
Okay, which one did I?
You
So
know,
what is my score anyway? Because you said you're up by one. So
you're
what is
both.
it?
So through the two shows, you both are 9-2, and I'm 10-1.
We need a
Fuck
recount.
you, Liv Morgan.
We need a recount.
No recounts.
I have a
Yeah,
feeling
because we
you and I
all
are
were
going to
5.
go 5 straight in this one.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Only at WWE
See what
don't
happens.
screw up the Intercontinental title match, bitch.
Yeah, the only one I got wrong for. Go ahead.
I was gonna speak before we get off. We just did a prediction show. Should we do a next show and talk about after the people like we did with WrestleMania?
Oh, like for Money in the Bank?
No, for this pay-per-view.
Oh, okay. I misheard what you said. No, you were saying to do a review show.
Yeah. What do you think about that, or should we do our rivalry thing with the Hardys, Dudleys, and Edge and
You see.
Christian?
Yeah, I think do that. Like I mentioned before, I feel like the review shows are best for after the big four right now.
Okay, sweet.
We didn't do a review show after King and Queen of the Ring, really.
Yeah, nobody cared.
I mean, the only match I got wrong on that was the Liv Morgan Becky Lynch match that we all got wrong. So
Yeah, I mean, damn Dominic Mysterio.
right. One time John picked against his girl and she won.
bullshit.
Well, if we would have known that Becky's contract was due up within a week or two afterwards, I think we probably all would
I
have went
thought
with
she had
Liv to win that
re-signed at
match.
that point.
Yeah, I thought she would have been re-signed too, but she hasn't.
Yeah, I heard she's taking some time off to relax and to be with her daughter and Seth, who's still maybe won't be back until November. Maybe I heard.
It's interesting. And I seen him
I
working
don't think
out. Looks like he's pretty good.
I don't think she's gonna go to AEW because they were saying that
No.
they offered her an exclusive, a lucrative contract.
I don't think she'd go anywhere, really. I think she just wanted some time off.
Yeah.
She'll be back.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, with these 5 matches, we'll see. Since I picked two different from you guys. We'll see how things shake out after this. Then we'll have Money in the Bank. Let's see, August they've got SummerSlam, Bash in Berlin. They haven't really said if they're going to have a show in September. October's supposed to be Bad Blood. Then you got Survivor Series War Games, potentially. We've gone back and forth. I didn't know if we decided really, are we ending this one at SummerSlam, or are we ending it with Money in the Bank, though? Because SummerSlam would make it 5 shows for this one. And then the next one might only be potentially 3 or 4, depending on if they have a September premium live event. I guess they got Crown Jewel in November too, so SummerSlam still would be fine. It's just more premium live events to count for this one than we did for the first or the third part of this year.
I think we should. To me,
Mania
I think
and
we
the
should.
Survivor Series.
I think we should end with this turnaround. We should end with SummerSlam.
Okay. Like I said, it just means a longer stretch and more premium live events to count towards it. So works for me. Now, next year, well, excuse me, 2 years from now, that'd be a different story because there'll be 2 nights. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it sounds like the current leader's getting worried that he might not hold his lead. Wants to shorten
I'm
the
not worried
date a
about
little
that.
bit.
I'm not worried about that at all.
I bet me and John have seen that sweat coming off your brow.
I sure you are.
No.
All right.
And in John's case, he wants to continue his story.
Right?
This when you have nothing to talk about, you're just making shit up.
Yeah, we do that sometimes. We ramble.
I know. Oh, man.
But it's a good time. Whether people want to enjoy it or not. Huh.
They don't like it. We just go this.
Enjoy the pyro.
Yeah, I know.
More than what they had at SmackDown tonight in Glasgow.
I gotta say that is a beautiful arena.
It did look pretty nice. And it was loud in there too. Loud, insane. But anyway, that's our predictions for Clash at the Castle Scotland tomorrow. I think it's a good point to take us out then for the night. Guys for being on as always. We'll catch you guys in time for Money in the Bank.